A unique take when it comes to fruit in a basket. That's how some might describe edible arrangements. Instead of a floral fixture, you can, well, eat this arrangement, and that was part of the appeal for Sally Kuhn, owner and franchisee of the Edible Arrangement store in Torrance.
It was completely spontaneous. It was something that I did not ever dream of.
In fact, it was a trip to the East Coast in 2004 with her now husband that exposed her to the business idea.
We were in Boston visiting his father, and he was at the hospital. And at that time, someone sent an edible arrangements to a different patient. And it was just amazing. It was the first time I've ever seen it, and everyone's just gravitated towards it. Everyone just loved it, and I fell in love with the concept.
A delicious idea that Tariq Fareed launched in 1999 in East Haven, Connecticut. The concept, fresh fruit cut into unique shapes and arranged like a floral bouquet. Fareed started franchising his store in 2001, and Kuhn jumped aboard not long after. But she had several hurdles to face after that trip to Boston.
I didn't know where to go with it because I was still very young. I couldn't obtain a loan. So I approached my brother, Tony, and he's actually my business partner. And he was hesitant.
Kuhn was fresh out of college when she saw edible arrangements for the first time, and she had never run a business before.
We've never had a family business of any sort, so it's completely brand new. But he started reading up on it, and he loved the concept as well. So next thing you know, we were on a flight the next day to Connecticut for Discovery Day.
That's where Kuhn and her brother learned about franchising edible arrangements.
They were still so new, and they were constantly evolving. So I didn't know which direction we were going and what in 10 years where they would be.
But she loved the concept so much, she and her brother decided to take the leap and sign on as franchisees. They were originally going to open stores in Santa Monica and Westwood, but that plan changed.
At that time, when we went for Discovery Day, we actually met a few of the owners, possible owners, and they actually signed on the contract first. So they took on Santa Monica, they took on Westwood. So we had to look for a different option, and this area was untapped. It was still completely brand new.
Kuhn eventually chose Torrance, which meant moving to the South Bay.
And I realized that if I was going to have a business, I was going to have to move myself here. And this is a great community, great city to raise your children.
Kuhn says starting a family also played a huge role in why she decided to open her own business.
I knew that if I wanted to start a family, I would eventually have to either quit my job and raise children, or if not, have my children be in daycare. And I really didn't want my kids in daycare. So I decided if I opened my own business, give myself 5 years, build it up, and then this will always be mine. And it actually worked out really well. It was like the best thing ever.
Luckily, Kuhn could apply some of her own skills to the new business.
I was working for a financial company in high school for the last 2 years and throughout college for 4 years in the same company called Capital Group Companies. And then I graduated from UC Riverside in 2004 and started working for a different financial company in Center City.
She studied business management and marketing in college.
When I was younger, I was working at Pizza Hut, I was working at the movie theater, so I've always been around people. I've always done the back end of things, but this was completely something brand new for me, and I was so scared to take the leap.
But she did, and her store opened in December of 2005 with the help of her brother, who took out a home equity line of credit to help initially fund the business.
He was completely supportive. My family has been 100% supportive. I was really young, so I was really scared, but I realized if I was to take a chance right now, this is the chance.
She wasn't able to pay herself back until after the first year, plus she had to pay off the business loan.
And that time when we were signing, there was about 7 other locations signing up for Southern California as well. So it was great because it was a good ally. We all worked together. We all built up our own stores. We worked together marketing-wise.
She also learned how to make the delicious arrangements that initially caught her eye.
The corporate office is awesome. They actually provided us a trainer to stay with us for the entire week when we first opened because everything was brand new. I had a full 5 employees that didn't know what to do at all.
That meant learning how to cut and prepare the fruit and make the arrangements, which is a corporate secret.
Every day for the first month and a half, probably even 2 months, we made about 5 to 7 arrangements every single day, and we just gave them out. We just gave them out to the community just so people could have an idea of what we do.
It gave potential customers a chance to see and try the arrangements. Kuhn says her store was the first edible arrangements to open in the South Bay, and now there are others, including one in Palos Verdes and Manhattan Beach.
It's fresh out of college, it's completely brand new. The store was still under construction, so I had a list on Craigslist for hire, and I literally set up 2 chairs outside while they were still remodeling the store, and I sat there interviewing each person.
Coming up next, we'll talk to some of Kuhn's staff to find out the secret to her business's success. We'll even meet one of her original employees. But first, here's some trivia for you. How many edible arrangement stores are there around the world today? The answer when we come back.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
Here at Chop Junior, we're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back to Common Sense. Today, we're featuring Edible Arrangements Torrance, a store that's been around for 11 years. Before we learn more about the business, here's the answer to the trivia question: how many edible arrangement stores are there around the world? The answer is 1,191. Businesswoman Sally Kuhn owns the one in Torrance, which is actually the first one to open in the South Bay. She opened it in 2005. Today, she has a staff of 6 who are all from the South Bay. One of them is Jackie Salata, the assistant manager.
Around 2005, I basically got laid off, so I was looking for something different. So I came to work here part-time as a part-time employee. Then I started liking what this company is about. So then I decided to ask and see if they were hiring me full-time, which they did.
She's stayed with the team ever since, helping run the business in the 1,700 square foot space.
Our work environment is very friendly, where all of us are like sisters. We always are at each other's houses. And one of the other things that I like about this business is that we basically care a lot about our customers.
Which means a lot of work behind the scenes. Salata says it took long hours to launch the business at first.
We will come here at 6 in the morning and like 4 in the morning, and we'll probably leave like around 8 at night.
Now the staff is a collection of full and part-time employees that learn all aspects of running the store. They produce on average 30 to 40 arrangements a day.
All of us are cross-trained in different positions, but we do have a store manager, an assistant manager, 3 food experts, and then we have the driver.
Serving not only paying customers, but those who are in need in the South Bay community. On occasion, Edible Arrangements Torrance donates their products, which also helps spread the word about the store.
We like to do a lot of like donations, charities, a lot of like school events. We have a lot of local businesses that call us. It could range from arrangements. Some of them just do like a raffle and then want gift certificates, so we also provide them with that as well.
Edible Arrangements Torrance also recently started using social media as a way to market their products. But Salata says the best advertising is still word of mouth.
A lot of customers that we have been longtime customers, and they always like, for instance, if they go to school or to a doctor's office, then they're always spreading the word around.
She says it's even better than giving something more traditional, like flowers, as a gift.
Flowers are very pretty. You get a chance to look at them, but that's it. But if they properly store it, it could last them up to 2 days.
The arrangements start at $39 with an average price of $50 to $60. The larger products can cost upwards of $100. They are made fresh every day.
Well, one of the most common questions is that a lot of customers are actually surprised that we do everything here. They think that we basically make it somewhere else and it gets shipped to them, but we tell them everything's freshly made every day. We make it here.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at how much work goes into making an arrangement. But before we go to our break, here's some more trivia for you. Edible Arrangement stores can be found in how many countries? I'll tell you after the short break.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. Do you see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah. For real? Seriously?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month. That's a lot. Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Welcome back to Common Sense. Today, we're paying a visit to Edible Arrangements in Torrance. Famous for the fruit arrangements, the store opened in 2005 and is still going strong. Before we take a look at what goes into making one of these elaborate gifts, the answer to the trivia question, edible arrangement stores can be found in how many countries, is 9. Now, to get a better idea of what has customers hooked, we talked to Zuli Lopez, manager of Edible Arrangements Torrance.
I simply just came to apply. I got hired on the spot and I started back in 2008. I've been here ever since.
Similar to the rest of the staff, including owner Sally Kuhn, she learned all aspects of running the business before she earned a manager position.
Well, we learned how to design, how to dip the items, chocolate dipped items, how to go out and do local community outreach.
The most popular items are these large fruit arrangements that Lopez says are appropriate for a wide variety of events.
Cater to every business needs, holidays, party events, and we also sell chocolate dipped fruit items.
The fruit is shipped in on a daily basis from a local source, and employees cut fruit and prepare arrangements every day, along with chocolate-dipped items.
We work with the pineapples, honeydew, cantaloupe, strawberries, and grapes. Our chocolate-dipped items are apples, strawberries, pineapples, bananas. We've recently added toppings, caramelized hazelnut crunch, we salted caramel apples.
But she says there's one product that's a consistent favorite among customers, thanks to its fruit variety.
So our most popular arrangement would be the Delicious Celebration. Everyone, that's the #1 seller here, with our customized container now and our dipped items.
Birthdays are the #1 reason customers buy an arrangement, followed by thank yous, especially from businesses. Orders can be placed the same day in person, over the phone, or online, and they are made right away. The store also delivers within a 5-mile radius.
Well, we get our produce delivered every morning, and from there we cut the fruit. We wash our produce with like a cleaner to ensure that all the dirt and is removed prior to cutting the fruit.
Resulting in beautiful arrangements like this. The small ones take 30 to 40 pieces of fruit, and the larger ones can easily feature 100 pieces. Lopez says it doesn't take long to make one.
Will typically take about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, depending on how customized it is. If they added any chocolate items, the most it can take would be probably 20 minutes.
Which means she, along with the rest of the staff, can make dozens of arrangements every day. But she says it's a far from mundane job.
Even though we make arrangements every day, and it always changes. It's always something new, whether it's how busy we are the day, if we have to go out and do deliveries or any of that. I just like that it changes all the time.
Especially on a day they're launching new products. The store passed out free samples to passerbys and invited them to try their new smoothies.
Today we're going to get a chance to introduce a new products to our customers. And our new products are smoothies, froyos, our froyo blends, and also we're going to be introducing our chocolate dip cones, which basically consist of little small bite sizes of apples, bananas, and strawberries.
It's events like this where they featured a DJ playing out in front of the store, a face painter, and free drawings that draw in more customers.
This is delicious. It's like a mashed up frozen banana dipped in chocolate. And it's super delicious.
I got the sunshine smoothie with strawberry, banana, and pineapple, I think. Yeah, it's really, really good. You can taste all the fruits in there.
I think they make good arrangements and they got good fruit.
Kuhn says the success of her store wouldn't have been possible without her staff. She used to work 70 to 80-hour weeks, working 7 days a week. Now she stops by once a week.
I've been very fortunate. They've taken over practically everything. They've taken over all my advertising, my marketing, down to all my ordering, my fruit ordering, my product ordering, my supplies, everything. They've taken care of everything. So I literally just stop in once a week just to show that I'm still alive.
After over a decade running her own business, Kuhn says it's still the customers who are her favorite part of the job.
I love it when they come in and they're just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing, this is awesome, it tastes great. And a lot of customers do call it and they thank us for the delivery, how quick we're making the deliveries, and our drivers, and they're thankful that our drivers are very well-mannered and etc. And then when they taste it, they love it and they keep coming back.